Via Sistina. Never-ending story as the white flag is raised and they're off. And the 9-runner Yulong Pretty Polly Stakes, Group 1 for fillies over 1.25 miles. Out in front, Goldana, headed now by Travance, close up is above the curve, full at the end of the first furlong by Ross Carberry. These are being tracked by Co-Rod, the Guinea's third, as they continue on just outside the final mile, and it's Travance leading by half a length to above the curve, a length back to Ross Carberry, just in third from Co-Rod, and Insinuendo, shuffled back is Goldan on the inside of Never-Ending Story, followed by Via Sistina, and at the rear of the field, fellow English runner Stay Alert as they turn to head uphill. In the lead is Travance, followed by Above the Curve, a shining light away from home, particularly in France, tracked by Russ Carberry and then Co-Raw. Next on the inside, Goldana, with Never-Ending Story and Insinuendo, a couple of lengths back to Via Sistina, and the overall back marker heading for the halfway stage is Stay Alert. Very few changes as they come up to the top of the track. Travance on the inside, and returning Shane Foley with a narrow advantage from Above the Curve and Ryan Moore. Less than 2 lengths back to Ross Carberry, Billy Lee disputing third with Co-Raw and Rory Cleary, followed downhill for the approach to the straight by Goldana, Dylan Brown, McMonigal on the inside of Never-Ending Story and Wayne Lorden. Nudged along is Insinuendo and Declan McDonough, and still being weighted with both Via Sistina, Jamie Spencer and Stay Alert, Ronan Whelan. At the head of the straight with less than 3 furlongs to go in the Yulong Pretty Polly Stakes, Travance coming there, one off the rail is Above the Curve. After them is Ross Carberry, then Goldana. Staying on is Stay Alert, ahead of Never-Ending Story, and out wide, starting to close as Via Sistina, racing towards the final furlong, and they're bunching. Above the Curve is tackled by Via Sistina as they get close together, then Travance and Stay Alert, but it's Via Sistina moving away as they run up to the finish. Is going to beat the home challenge in the Yulong Pretty Polly Stakes for George Bowie and Jamie Spencer. Stay Alert, Above the Curve, follow in.
It's the 1-2 for the visitors. Via Sistina, what a talented filly she is, has come from out the back to win, and look at the late support that brought her into 6-4 favouritism. She has come home ahead of Stay Alert. The winner has caused a fair bit of interference, it appeared, as she came with that winning challenge. But Ruby, I don't think there's any question whatsoever as to the best horse has won.
I don't think there is, Gary. You'd have to watch it again, though, just to see exactly how much interference was caused. One of them was pretty much sideways, but she's come from off the pace, which you haven't seen many horses do here at the Curragh this weekend, and she showed some turn of foot to go and win. Here we come now. I'm nearly sure it's Ross Carberry or Never-Ending Story that she knocks sideways. She's up, she comes on the outside. Jamie gives her a flick. Ross Carberry, Stay Alert's coming to the gap, leans in. It's 3 strides before Jamie Spencer lifts his left hand to correct her from drifting, as I'm looking at it there. But yeah, the best filly is probably won. Could she have won causing less interference? Probably.
Shoots Inquiry has been called pretty promptly. Here we are with the camera overhead. This should give us a good look at it.
Yeah, well, Stay Alert in the yellow down the inside. Ronan Whelan's going for the gaps. He gets by Goldana. Jamie moves to Ross Carberry. Gap is there for Ronnie Whelan. Jamie comes in. I'd say he's lucky Stay Alert has got back to be second in a Group 1. That could have been pretty influential if she had finished behind Above the Curve with the interference. But as regards the result staying the way it is, I think it will stay the way it is, purely because Stay Alert's gotten back by Above the Curve.
Let's have a look at it again from the turn-in, and they went their separate ways, didn't they? Stay Alert went down the inside, Spencer hooked Via Sistina to the outside.
And if you're looking at it from a riding defence point of view, it's Jamie Spencer's left hand. Has he enough contact with his left rein? Is he making sufficient effort to keep this filly straight? By the time he chucks her or pulls at her, she has drifted 3 times. She's drifted for 3 strides. That is what you're looking at, not so much where his whip is or what he's doing with that. It's what he's doing with his left hand, and has he enough contact or making enough effort to keep her straight.
Huge run from the second, Stay Alert, for Hugh Morrison and Ronan Whelan. Above the Curve seemed to run a race.
Had the run a race, got in the right place. Travance went with her early. Ross Carberry's drifted to finish 4th. I'd say even with the interference, it looks to me like they've pretty much finished in the same positions. But there's what you're looking at, and Jamie is tapping her on the shoulder, but it's there. So he only gets that contact now. Should he have had that contact all the time, or could he have had that contact all the time?
And the other thing is, I'm not saying she would have done, but any chance Ross Carby had of finishing in the first three evaporated in that incident as well?
It did, but I think if you're looking at it, would she have beaten above the curve? I didn't think she was going to. I thought she was in trouble. That's only my opinion now.
So that is the story of a pretty dramatic renewal of the Group 1 Yulong Pretty Poly Stakes. It's not official yet. There is a steward's inquiry. Both Jamie Spencer and Via Sistina first past the post here